Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Police swarm a Dearborn parking lot looking for the people who shot and killed a local business owner in front of his fiancée. We're glad you're with us for Local 4 News at 6. I'm Devin Skillion.
I'm Kimberly Gill. 2 people are in custody for what police are calling an attempted carjacking that turned deadly. Happened outside the Sushi Co. restaurant just off Ford Road near Mercury Drive. Sean Lay live with more on this terrible loss to the community. Sean, the victim, I understand, is a well-liked local florist.
Well-known florist, you are correct. His work, people absolutely loved it. As you mentioned, this family is reeling, the community is reeling. Hassan Salame was walking out of Sushi Co. right here, 9:30 last night after having dinner with his fiancée. He was parked right here and he was shot and killed. Now, police made arrests earlier today. We can show you those arrests. Take a look. Boxed in with nowhere to go. Security camera footage from an auto shop on Tireman in Detroit. Police taking down at least one of 2 suspects wanted for the brutal murder of 29-year-old Dearborn florist Hassan Salame. This is the scene at 9:30 last night in this busy shopping area off of Ford Road in Dearborn. Salame and his fiancée finishing dinner at the restaurant Sushi Co. When Salame got to the door of his luxury Mercedes G-Wagon, the suspect vehicle was parked right next to him waiting. Dave Abdullah is the Dearborn Heights Council president. He is also the victim's cousin. He says the fiancée was getting into the SUV's passenger side.
And suddenly she heard a little commotion and then she heard 3 shots. She fell to the ground right there. As she fell to the ground looking, you could see the blood right there to the left. God rest his soul.
Everybody in the restaurant very, very scared.
This man, Kong Tai, works at Sushi Co. He says the shooter covered his face.
He covered his face. Whatever.
Couldn't see his face?
No.
No plate?
No license plate.
It was just a crazy scene, absolutely crazy scene for a young man like this. I don't know, I'm at a loss for words, honestly.
Dearborn police calling this an attempted carjacking. Again, 2 in custody. Police may be looking for others, and Kimberly, services for Salame are beginning right now here in Dearborn. Back to you.
It's heartbreaking, Sean, and the fact that Hassan was engaged to be married, I cannot imagine the heartbreak for both families in this.
And families are sharing with us a big celebration was being planned in just a few weeks for the couple.
Heartbreaking. Yeah. Okay. Sean, thank you.
2 Macomb County deputies are facing criminal charges in connection with the alleged assault of a juvenile in custody. Prosecutor Pete Lucido says the deputies were transporting a 14-year-old. Words were exchanged. They pulled the vehicle over, and Deputy Derek Reed pulled the teen out and assaulted him. Deputy Reed, a 10-year veteran of the department, is now charged with 2 misdemeanors, including child abuse in the 4th degree. Deputy Alan Weir, a 16-year veteran of the force, is charged with willful neglect of duty. Both deputies are right now on paid administrative leave.
Well, tonight, Stellantis has given the UAW a new offer. This as layoffs at plants across the country are starting up because of the strike. Mara McDonald is live at Stellantis headquarters in Auburn Hills. Mara, the local there staged another practice picket.
Kimberly, that's right. And the idea behind these practice pickets, they only last about an hour or 2 max, is to let the bargaining teams know that the locals out here have their back and they will do what is asked of them. Stellantis is now the first automaker since the strike was called to offer up a new deal. The UAW got it today and says it's reviewing it.
CTC is not for sale. CTC is not for sale.
Meanwhile, Stellantis members of Local 412 walked the line in a practice picket at Stellantis headquarters.
The whole point is to show that there's solidarity for all of us, and we're here to fight for everybody that's in our unit.
We're now seeing layoffs at automakers across the country because of these targeted shutdowns. Stellantis confirms workers at a plant near Toledo were sent home today, and it anticipates more layoffs at its Kokomo, Indiana facility shortly. It affects about 370 workers. General Motors has taken its Fairfax plant in Kansas offline. That's put 2,000 on layoff. Meanwhile, plans are still on for Fain to address the membership on Friday morning, where it's expected he'll announce further strike targets.
We're trying to make up a lot of what was given up from the bankruptcy in 2008. It's our opportunity and it's our time to recover that. We think it's just and fair.
Back here live and talking to UAW members who did this picket right in the shadow of its corporate headquarters today. Not one of them did not think that we weren't going to see further plants being hit with strikes on this Friday. And they also really think that the Stellantis bargaining is different than the Ford and GM bargaining. They think there are different sets of issues here for them versus Ford and GM. We are live in Auburn Hills right now at Stellantis headquarters. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
We'll continue to follow this very, very closely. Mara, thanks.
Criminal charges will not be restored against 7 key figures in the Flint water crisis. That is the new ruling from Michigan's Supreme Court. The justices previously struck down the charges, ruling the use of a one-judge grand jury by the Flint water prosecution team was unconstitutional. Prosecutors tried to argue the charges could be easily revived by refiling the documents. That argument, though, rejected by the state Supreme Court, and that means charges won't be reinstated against former state health director Nick Lyon and 6 other defendants. Flint prosecution team says the ruling does not prove the defendants are innocent, and it is reviewing the statutes and considering its next steps. Firefighters prepare for all sorts of dangerous scenarios, but one of Maryville's bravest still got caught by surprise.
Roger Dijak suffered a heart attack and needed quadruple bypass surgery. Then came another medical emergency and the bills that come with it all. Pamela Osborne shows us how the community is rallying around someone who's dedicated himself to making others safe.
We spent our afternoon speaking with Roger Dijak's fellow firefighters, and they say he is the guy you want to come to your rescue in the event of an emergency. But after suffering his own emergency here at the fire station, he could really use your help. 51-year-old Roger Dijak is the embodiment of physical fitness.
Very outgoing, extroverted, very experienced, well-versed. He's somebody that loves to joke around at the fire station.
But things got serious, real serious last month when Dijak started feeling unwell.
He was at work at the fire station. It was kind of bothering him throughout the day. He ended up finally telling one of the other guys, like, hey, something doesn't feel right. I need to get checked out.
Fellow firefighter Kyle Psyche says they checked him out and the EKG results were fine. They decided to take him to the hospital anyway, and that's when they learned he was having a heart attack and was in immediate need of medical intervention.
He ended up getting a quadruple bypass surgery. And then also had to go back into the hospital a few days after being discharged because he ended up getting an infection in one of his sites. I remember one of the first times I went up and saw him in the hospital, he was talking to me about how soon he could get back to class and how soon he could come back to work, and that's all he could think about was how soon can I get back to work.
It's not clear when he'll be able to return to full duty, which has presented another set of challenges for Dijak. While he's been a firefighter serving at different departments over the years, he only recently was hired on full-time at Marysville.
With him being new on the job like myself and him being on probation, not having the sick time or the vacation time or anything built up.
So they're hosting a big spaghetti fundraiser at the firehouse Saturday from 4 to 7.
We're doing this fundraiser to try to make sure that he still has an income for not only himself but his daughter as well. The majority of his life has been devoted to serving others, serving the community, and giving back.
Initially, they were planning for about 500, but word has spread quickly, and now they're planning for even more.
It's really nice. It gives us a boost, not only Roger, but all of us on the fire department. A lot of the jobs that we do, you know, it's thankless work, it's exhausting work.
That fundraiser is Saturday. We're posting all of the information on how you can participate or how you can donate on our website. Click on Detroit.com. In Marysville, I'm Pamela Osborne, Local 4.
Pamela, thank you. And because of this incident, McLaren Hospital wants to offer free heart checks and screenings for firefighters. Fire officials say they're waiting on Roger's return to get that started.
And if you're wondering why we didn't speak with Roger himself, it's because he's continuing his paramedic training even as he recovers from his heart attack and surgery.
Incredible.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we were promised a return to warmer weather, and here it came.
I know it. Summer just kind of holding on by its fingernails there as we approach the beginning of fall.
Tooth and nail. Absolutely. This Saturday is the official beginning of fall, but it's going to feel like summer over the next several days. It's 77 in downtown Detroit. It was 78 last hour. That's as warm as we got. 74 at Metro, also in Pontiac, low 70s in Mount Clemens and in Port Huron. Not much in the way of cloud cloud coverage. We've got nice clear skies, but over the next several hours, clouds will start to return and continue to thicken up overnight tonight. So tomorrow's going to be a little cloudy, but it's going to be warm. 60 degrees in the morning because we do have that blanket of clouds. We shouldn't really drop much farther than about 58 degrees in the suburbs, 60 at the airport. And then when the kids come home from school tomorrow, it will be in the upper 70s with a mix of clouds and sun. Some cities will hit 80 degrees. We'll talk about whether that warm weather lasts all the way through the weekend in just a few minutes.